Hey guys, and welcome to game number 64 out of 100 of my Revenge of the Mack series against the AI-powered Scrabble bot BestBot. We got a much-needed win on Monday to retake the lead after a 4-game losing streak. Currently 1 game up, 32-31 through the first 63. Hoping to make that a 2-game lead today. Big game. Let's see if we can make it happen. Bot is first, which I'm actually happy about given my rack here, which does not make a 7. But makes a whole slew of playable 8s. I see, for instance, Ebonites, Bedenies with a B, Seicento with a C, Egestion with a G, Monetized Semitone with an M, Onereus Ceratine with an R, Essonite with an S, Teosint Noisette with a T, and maybe even some other stuff. I don't know if I got all of them there, but I think I got most of them. So open for one of those tiles in the bot's opening play. If the bot were to exchange, I would probably trade 1 or 2 back. I need to think about if I would trade just the E. But thankfully, I won't have to make that decision because the bot does give me 2 letters I needed for 8s, the M and the R. None of my bingos are going to be amazing. I can't get to the triple with the R. Onereus Ceratine, once again, the 8s there. Both are going to score 59, which is pretty measly for a bingo. Monetize is a no-go, putting the E in the triple line. That's just unnecessary. Semitone is probably the play here. 64 points. Yeah, I don't love it defensively. I mean, it puts an O next to a double word. But Onereus Ceratine also just give back a ton of floaters. Like, this is probably slightly weaker positionally. I don't think it's a big enough difference to give up 5 points, especially this early in the game. My lead is not that big. I think I'm just going to take the extra 5 points and play this. All right, we hit Lowlier. Oh, I have Woolier with 2 L's through the O. That would be big. That's 94. Lowlifer through the F for 78 as well. It's possible both could get blocked. Not likely, but possible if it plays something through the O that extends far enough left or plays down through the F. Hopefully that doesn't happen. I don't think I have any other bingos here, because Lowlier doesn't appear to play as a 7. Femur doesn't take anything except an S. And yeah, so obviously Woolier would be my first choice because it's a lot of points. Lowlifer would be perfectly fine too, so we're just going to wait. The bot has taken some time early on in this game. It took almost a minute on its first turn. It's already used just about a minute as well on this turn, so hard to know what to make of that, but we will see what the bot does in response to my opening bingo, and hopefully we'll be able to make that opening 2 bingos. And the bot plays Voden for 18, which I'm pretty happy to see. It does block Woolier, but Lowlifer still fits. Lowlier does not fit below or above Voden, so yeah, Lowlifer appears to be my only bingo. I don't think there's much else to think about. Let's play it. All right, there's our first bad rack of the game. The eyes have arrived with a vengeance, but good news is I am up almost 100 already, so I can afford this. Still not thrilled about it, but we'll see what we can do. I don't know if this rack is quite bad enough to have to exchange. Probably not quite, but it's going to be very difficult to get rid of 2 eyes here and do anything reasonable. I need to be careful about plays like Healy. That takes a front C with 2 C's out. I don't want to do that. But it's pretty hard to get rid of 2 eyes at once. Maybe Genii here, actually, is not a terrible idea. It's very nice defensively, I'll be honest. I mean, it kills 2 Essoks, Vodens, and Fumers. Genii doesn't take an S itself. Does set up an X-Bomb, which I'm not thrilled about, but does clean up my rack and block a lot. It also only scores 9 points, which is not amazing, but I think I can live with that part of it. Plum for 28, okay. Doesn't help me much. I don't have an S for plums. I have HM, I don't have an A, so I can't overlap here. I don't think that's going to really change a whole lot. I mean, I could also just kind of play this. Like, it's 17 points. Its leave is pretty bad. I think I like Genii here. I mean, it blocks a lot. It's actually a really annoying play, because, like I said, it blocks Femurs and Vodens. It partially blocks semitones. It blocks the E in semitone entirely. Like, it blocks a lot of bingos. You know, it gives me OH as a minimum. Like, yeah, I could have the X, but at this score, I'm a little more concerned about bingo defense, I think, than the X. Obviously, I don't love scoring just 9 points, but I love getting rid of two eyes, and I love what it does to the board. So I'm kind of inclined to play that. Like, HIO is not a good leave, but it's not horrible. It's definitely better than EGHII, and OI accomplishes like literally nothing. Just like it's basically just like a stalling play. Like I don't want to do that. I always tell my students like it's good even if you can't find a great play. Just like ask yourself, is my play at least accomplishing something? And OI basically doesn't accomplish anything. Like 17 is not a score to write home about. It only gets rid of 2 tiles when you have a crummy rack. You're still keeping a crummy leave. You're not getting turnover for an S of blank or anything. You're not blocking anything. Like, your play literally just does nothing other than score 17 points. And scoring 17 points, especially at, even an intermediate level, and especially at an advanced level, is just not anything to be excited about. Like, Genii doesn't score. It only scores 9, but it accomplishes so much else. Again, defensively, in terms of my rack, like, I would much rather do this. I think it's a much more productive play, both in the short term and the long term. I'm going to go ahead and do it. I drew Thorite. Look at that. I don't know if it actually plays, but I do have Thorite. I would love to get a spot for that. That would really put me in commanding position. I do have a nice play here through this U. Out hit for 40, keeping fantastic leave of ER. Almost certainly that's what I'm going to do if I don't get a spot for Thorite. Of course, all else being equal. I also have options here. Like I could play, well, I don't really want to play Hottie and open an Essig, but Hotter is a lot safer. So that's a good backup if out hit gets taken. So we'll have options again. Hopefully I just get a spot for Thorite. That would be outstanding. But we'll see what happens. The bot, once again, taking some time here. It's been taking about a minute for every move, which is an unusually large amount, I feel like, for BestBot this early in the game. But I guess that means I'm making good plays and giving it a lot to think about, and it's struggling a bit. So we will take it, and yeah, we'll see what the bot comes up with. All right, it plays Bandy for 37. And I'm just intrigued by the fact that it took almost 2 minutes to play that. Like, that just feels like a pretty good play. I mean, you're scoring well, you're getting rid of some potentially troublesome constants. Maybe it just really didn't want to block that line. Like, it's not good for the board or the deficit. You're killing that line for 7s, you're killing semitones, like, that might be it. I don't know. It's interesting. It does set up a big J bomb over here. I'm thinking it didn't have the J, or else that would have been like a pretty obvious setup play. I think we just play out hit here and stick with the plan. It didn't open a spot for Thorite, unfortunately. Now Hotter isn't even there. Like, I think out hit is just too good. I don't love floating the T like that with 2 blanks out in a lead, but like, I'm not up that much. I can't afford to just go crazy on defense. I have to keep scoring too. Yeah, we're going to play out hit. Okay. I don't hate that. Almost Gravlox. I mean, I could play Gravlox from the G, but it's a horrific play for obvious reasons. I have the V. I don't even think I have a word here, though. I don't think I have a 3 or anything that fits. Abe is not a word, so I can't play up there. Can I play Vax anywhere? I mean, I honestly just Axe here is probably my best move right now. This is a surprisingly good leave. Like, the V is not a good tile, but it goes pretty well with other 1-pointers, especially A's, E's, and I's. Just the good bingo tiles. It actually goes pretty well with. Okay, the bot does bingo, though, so that might change things. It plays Escaped for 78. I'm not thrilled about that, but could have also been worse. I think now we're going to want to change course a little bit and play here. I'm thinking Axel with the A, which does not take an S. It's an adjective. Scores more than Axe. And blocks a bit. I mean, I'm still up. I'm not up a lot. I'm basically up a tempo, but I'll be going up over 40 after this. So it's still in my best interest to block. Yeah, I think this is right. I mean, I don't think it's worth trying to sacrifice. Like, again, this is a pretty good leave. But I just don't think it's worth giving up 7 points. Like, ERV is still okay. The only reason to sack would be if I wanted to try to overlap with Vex, but I don't think the problem is, like, thinking ahead, I don't think I'm going to want to play here. Like, I'm never going to want to do this, like, at this score anyway. I mean, I could play Lax, I guess. It also then allows the bot to potentially play with, like, Dex or Hex or Kex and get a big play there. I think we just play Axel here. keep the scoring pressure on as much as possible. Get some more turnover. There's a blank and 2 S's I'd love to get. The J is also, like I said, potentially big for jar. Like, I don't think there's any reason to get too fancy here. I think we just take Axel and see what happens. Okay. Don't think I have a bingo. Almost like Chevrotin, if I had a disconnected O and N, or if there was an open ZA, I could play Zara. Or wait a minute, is that the spelling of Zarevich that's not valid? There's this word Zarevich, like Czarevich. I think that might be the one that's not valid though with TZ, because like there's also they can also be spelled like VITCH. I know both spellings are good with CZ and TS. So like CZAREVICH, CZAREVITCH, and same with TS. With TZ, one of them is good and one isn't. I can't remember. I think TZA needs the extra T. I think it's TZAREVITCH, and TZAREVICH is not a word, I think. It's so bizarre why that would be the case. It's just one of those weird idiosyncrasies of the Scrabble dictionary that really makes no sense. But like 5 of the 6 Sareviches are good, and 1 is not. In any case, I don't have a ZA, so that was a total tangent, but it's just a fun fact. So yeah, definitely worth checking. In fact, just before I forget, I will check right now since it's irrelevant. I think Sarevich is only good with... Yeah, okay, so with the TZ, it does need the extra T. So I was correct. Yeah, so even if there was an open ZA, I would not have had a 9. Wild. Okay. End of discussion of the likely useless Scrabble dictionary idiosyncrasy of the day. So this is interesting. Like, I have a really good rack other than this V. I am strongly considering just playing VAR for 14 here, because this leave is amazing. And I hit stuff with this T a lot. I mean, Chattier, Theatric, Techier, Trichite. I mean, AEI, I'll give me like almost 100-point bingos. And that's about a third of the pool. Not a crazy idea at all, I don't think. It also blocks the J-bomb, although the bot just played OI, so that's an interesting thing to think about too. It almost certainly does not have... Well, it definitely doesn't have the J. Do I want to try to block the T? I kind of do, but I'm also not up a ton. I don't want to start giving up a huge number of points either. I don't think I'm going to play like the... Yeah, CV is too clunky. I mean, do I ever do this? No, right? Well, it's interesting. Like, the bot did just play OI, so it's there's no way it's got the Z, right? I mean, I can't imagine it's got the Z. The other thing, though, is, like, I mean, it could have drawn it, or, like, the F, or the W, or any number of other things that go there, and I don't even really have anything great there right now. This feels not smart. Yeah, I don't think I like that idea. I mean, it's not crazy. Like, I still am gonna have, like, decent stuff there a lot, and I have EDH, if nothing else, too. I'm just gonna look like such an idiot if it drew the Z and ends up hammering me for, like, 90 there. Like, I just don't think that's a risk I really want to take. The annoying thing is, like, the T is really the only good line right now. So, like, if I drop the V and the bot bingos with the T, I'm kind of not in great shape, I'll be honest. That's the one thing that is giving me some pause here. Like, I mean, I don't think the bot would have had the Z with OI. Like, it probably would have just played, like, Izar here or something. I feel pretty... Or Zoa. Like, I feel pretty confident it didn't have the Z. So, like, the odds that it drew the Z are only... I mean, they're only, what? Like, 2 out of 34? 1 in 17 chance it has the Z. That's not great. I mean, Vi has a lot more points. I'm not too worried about the consonant overload because there's a lot of vowels out there. It is tempting to play Vi here and take those extra points. So that, because the nice thing about Vi too, guys, is that if the bot does bingo with the T, I'll have more points in the bank, and I'll have another big scoring spot that I can hammer and neutralize its bingo. I'm just worried, like, if I drop the V and it bingos through the T, like, it doesn't matter how good my leave is. I'm not going to bingo. And the bot did just fish, so, like, I'm a little worried it's fairly likely to bingo. I mean, the other option is I still do just block the T, but then I'm worried, like, I'm not up that much. It could still, maybe have pulled something here. It could have something above Vex. It probably has another O, like, well, not Vex necessarily, but could have, like, Rex or Dex. Like, I'm just not that confident in my ability to hold on to the lead if I play something dinky. I think I'm going to take the points here and open a counter scoring spot. If the bot also, if it has 1-pointers and it decides to, like, blow up a good bingo rack to play down there for 20, that's also not bad for me. It buys me another opportunity to block the T, and I'll have a bigger lead at that point. I think I'm going to do this. I think it's very unlikely to have the Z. I could also draw the Z, by the way. That's the other thing. That was not good. Okay. No vowels. Yeah, that's pretty concerning. Definitely not a statistically likely outcome. I was not really worried about that. Wow, it was like a even split, and I got 3 constants. That's unfortunate. I do at least have the Y, which is good. Do I have something I can do here? So I'd have to start with a T, or I'm kind of hoping the bot plays there now, because I don't necessarily want to have to deal with that. Huh. Yeah, this is going to get dicey, because now, like, if the bot bingos, I'm going to be worried it will have drawn the Z. I really wish I had drawn 1 vowel. That's pretty frustrating. I don't think I have a 4. All right, I'm actually thrilled to see. I'm, like, freaking thrilled to see that play come down. Yeah, I will take tone for 20 in this position anytime. I mean, I had to get rid of 4 good bingo tiles. It only scored 20 points. That's outstanding. Like I said, that was an outcome I was almost even hoping for when I played Vi. Okay, great. Now, we still got to figure out what to do. And I think the answer might be... oh, well, maybe. I was thinking that blocks the T, but now I give back hits. And a 7 can fit there. Oh, I don't love that. Don't love that. Can I do anything with a C? Because Hick doesn't take an S. I just don't have a word there. Okay. I want to play something here. Like, maybe I just play like this for 28. Wait, that's a word, right? Yeah, it's Titchy or Trichite. Titchy and Tetchy are both good. I mean, it's 28 points. It's not bad. I'm going up almost 70, so I'm threatening to start outrunning. I kind of like keeping the K for Kex, too. If I draw one of the O's, I can score pretty big there. GKR is a little clunky. I'd prefer to get rid of that G, but I don't think tight makes sense. It also takes an S. Anything here, like Heidi? Can't be spelled like that. Yeah, I think I'm leaning towards Titchy right now. I still have plays here, but there's just nothing better than the. Don't think I mean, I could play like Thigh, but I might as well just play Titchy after that instead of that, I think. Yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards Titchy right now. I mean, I think it scores about as well as I'm going to. Doesn't really block, but at least it then, the nice thing too is it maybe threatens to block a little bit. Like, I now can maybe play down through the C and kind of block everything. So it exhausts some space, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Yeah, I think this is what we're gonna go with. I hope I'm not missing something, but I think this is fine. And yeah, like I said, keeping the K for Kex is not bad. I don't love this G. But with a clunky rack like this, you have to make some compromises. And I think keeping the G is the compromise we need to make here. Ugh. More consonants and clunky ones, too. This is like an even worse rack than my last one just because of the 2 Gs, and I don't have the Y, which is kind of a nice tile for when you have all those consonants to deal with. Yeah, I'm not happy with this draw one bit. Like, I just don't have a whole lot of good plays here. I mean, I'm up 68, which is good, but that's not like a fully comfortable lead, especially if the bot bingo's starting with that T. Like, I really want to block that T. I think I'm going to probably play Fike if the board looks somewhat similar to this, if nothing else major is opened. Because, like, I can I can handle a bingo through the T. I just really don't want it to start with the T and then hit that triple and score big and then maybe end with an S and open another line. You're like, I need that not to happen. If I can prevent that, I like my chances. So yeah, leaning, like I said, towards Flake right now. GGRT is not good. But again, at least in theory, there are a lot of vowels I can hopefully draw. A lot is going to hinge on what the bot does. And the bot has been taking its sweet time this game. Yeah, it's used almost half its time, which is not that typical of BestBot. I still have plays like Fet here, but that's just terrible. Another option that might actually be better than Fike, maybe, I need to think about it, is Yegg to get rid of the G's. Doesn't score as much. Allows some plays through this G, but Fike also could allow plays hooking Fikes. Yeah, the other thing with Fike you have to be a little careful with, honestly, is scoring plays through this E are a little more likely, probably. I mean, like, with the Q, queer, but I mean, I guess with Yegg, quags and stuff can happen too. So both of them have that drawback, now that I think of it. So, yeah, I mean, this is just going to depend heavily on what the bot does here, guys. Like, I could kind of live with either Yegg or Fike. Fike is 10 more points, which is substantial. So it might just be best to do that. On the other hand, FKRT feels much better than GGRT. So it might actually be worth giving up 10, especially I still have Kex over here. So a lot to think about, very nuanced position. Yeah, and the bot has taken over 2 minutes again. I'll be very interested to see what the bot had on some of these racks where it thought for a long time after the game. Because this is not particularly common. It plays row for 24. Okay. Interesting. So really opening nothing. I mean, it opens an S hook, but it can't bingo there. Takes away my Kex spot. So I think we're still pretty much between Fike and Yegg. And I don't love the 14J spot here, creating that. But is there really a good way around it? I mean, I'm also, I don't think, comfortable just like, I mean, like, what am I going to play here? I'm not going to just play like, do I ever do this? I think I need to keep some scoring pressure on. I mean, it could still score big. It can play like QIS. Like, I could have more. I'm not in that secure position to just guarantee a win without a bingo here for the bot. Like, I do need to keep making some effort to score, even if it comes at a little risk. But I really do want to block that T if I can. So yeah, I think it's between Fike and Yegg. I'm not even sure which gives back more, honestly. Almost, the more I look at it with that pool, the more I actually think Yegg, maybe. Do I play Fike? I mean, especially now that my Kex hook is gone, maybe I do just play Fike here? Yeah, I don't know. It forces the bot to have the S to play to that triple too, which could potentially be good. Makes it more easy for me to play something down there and block too, since I'll have an open E. Yeah, I could go either way. I think I slightly lean towards Fike now, especially that the upside for my K is lower with Kex no longer there. I need to go too. I'm down to about 5 minutes. I think we're going to play Fike. Okay. It's not a great rack. But yeah, I mean, I'd love to play something through this E if I can. The problem is, like, I'm going to be giving back an S hook if I play there. In most cases, I need to. Do I have a word that plays through the E that doesn't take a hook? Like Gauger doesn't work. Urgent, but there's no way I'm putting a T in that triple line. The other option is, can I just like play through this C vertically that in a way that just obstructs everything? Like if uncrag or something were good, which it obviously isn't. Yeah, this is tough. I'm up 72, which is a healthy lead. But yeah, there's JQZ out there still. This spot is definitely concerning. Yeah, I mean, there's like Jades and stuff. Whatever I put there was going to be risk. I mean, like Jades, like if I put the E, but like Jargon if I put the G. So I think it was kind of hit or miss in terms of opening that spot. But at some point, like, there are 3 big tiles left. Like, that is a risk. I'm probably going to want to address it if the bot doesn't play there. Yeah, the bot is down to 8 minutes. Wow, we're both playing. Wow. I mean, that is a play I am just utterly delighted to see. It's only 14 points. It kills two bingo lines. It kills the T, it kills the C, and it kills that scoring spot. Like, I am literally thrilled to see that. I'm surprised to see the bot make that play. Like, that's literally a dream play for me from the bot's perspective. What is it? Does it just have so many vowels? I mean, like, is there nowhere else you can play those? Like, wow. I'm shocked to see that play. Like, I just feel like now doesn't it just kind of lose? What's its plan? I should probably block this 7 line now above Fumer, which was like my lowest priority before, but now, I mean, why wouldn't I block it? It's not that easy to do, but I'm sure I can. I mean, I can just play like something here with like I don't necessarily know what. I almost want to keep, part of me wants to keep the U with the Q out a little bit, but that might not be necessary. That's not necessary, actually. There's an I here. I'm not going to get stuck with it, and the U goes badly with a lot of other stuff. So, like, I mean, I legit might just play, like, gun or something. Right? Like, is that a terrible idea? I can't really score much more. Like, why wouldn't I just do that and block? I feel like it's a good opportunity to block. I can't score more, really, so gun, or maybe gut over gun? Eh. Yeah, it's close. Probably, yeah, probably gut. GN has a slightly better synergy. I think I'm just going to play gut for 11. I mean, honestly. I want to save some time, too, for the endgame. Let's do it. Drew Q and Z. Okay. That's actually probably a good thing. Because like I said, the Q is not an issue. I can plunk it for 21. I have Zaz over here, and the Z is just going to help me score and outrun bingos a lot. Like, I'm just wondering, what's the bot's plan here? I mean, you're down 69 points. Good luck beating me without a bingo. If the bot beats me without bingoing here, then props to it. I don't see how that's happening. Okay, yeah, like something like that was going to happen sooner or later. Yeah, and I have to address that. Yeah, so I'm actually kind of fortunate I got the S here. Because I don't have another hook. I think now I just play, like, Zags. Do I even out, like, empty the bag intentionally? No, I guess the bot could still fit something here, like Insular. I think I just play Zags. Like, it's going to be tough, I think, for the bot to make a one-tile play I can't block. I mean, I guess I could, if I draw, like, no vowels, I could maybe have a problem. I also worry if I play Nars, I could actually get outrun if I end up with, like, JQZ and end up getting caught with 2. So I think we have to play Zags here. But we have to block this spot, absolutely. And again, the Q is not going to be an issue. I have 21 here. I have 11 in 2 spots. I should still be up more than enough to outrun it. I don't think I want to play Za and Fa because then they can bingo for a big score on the right. Yeah, I think this is probably correct. Here, I mean, no, okay. I was gonna say another idea is I could play. This is actually a word, setting up the Z, but that takes orangs, and I could be giving back Zhao for a ton. So yeah, I think we just play Zags. Okay. All right. So yeah, the bot's gonna have to figure out here what its plan is, because again, I'm up 72. I'm not getting Q stuck. I can't dream that the bot's going to outscore me. I mean, it could get points with, like, Joss, but that's not going to be enough, right? I mean, I didn't even really calculate it because I just couldn't imagine it being enough. That's 45, and then I get 21. Like, it's still down 50. And it would need 40 points with AWIN blank, which is no way is that happening. Yeah, like, just intuitively, I kind of knew that wasn't going to be enough. It's a little close, but it's not that close. Yeah, like, what's the bot's plan now? If it tries to play like WE, then I just block. Again, I'm not getting Q stuck because I have 3 spots for the Q. That's not an issue here. If it plays off more than one tile, it can't bingo. I mean, is it going to play like OM? Trying to set up like Jigsaw? It's also blockable. OE. Anything is blockable. I figured as long as I didn't draw no vowels, which was very unlikely, anything it tried to set up was going to be blockable. That's why I wasn't too worried about leaving just one in the bag. Like, I mean, how does it give itself a chance? Yeah, I don't know. I feel I don't want to speak too soon, guys, but like I feel pretty good right now. Like there's just no sequence. I mean, you can score a lot with Sal and then Joss, but like then I'm gonna get to play the Q and play other tiles. Like 72 points is just too much to make up in the end game. Like it's just too much. You know, and again, if the bot blocks QI, like it's scoring nothing. And I'm still going to get 11 for my Q. I'm not getting stuck with the Q. That's the key here. Like this is why, from my perspective, you need to just not panic here. You need to, getting rid of the Q is not the biggest priority. So, all right, yeah, the bot is still thinking here. Wow, it's this is one of the lowest clock times I've seen BestBot run itself down to. It's been a challenging game for both of us. I'm definitely going to be interested in the post-game analysis of this one. But let me just focus on winning this one cleanly and not screwing up somehow. Okay, so it does play Joss. I don't know if it saw a potential winning line for itself after that or if it just kind of gave up. Hard to know how to read that. It took its full 3 minutes. And yeah, now I think we just plunked the Q, right? I mean, it can go out with jawing or something, but like I said, that's not going to be nearly enough. Yeah, I think nothing to discuss here. Just get rid of the Q and ask about how are you making up these 50 points. The answer is it isn't. Is it even going to go out here? Doesn't have much time left. Like it's got to. That'd be funny if BestBot timed out. I think it's programmed to never time out. It might try to slow play this, I guess, with something like when. But I mean, then I get another turn also. I can play like Jarl. Like I'll be able to. Yeah, I'm not worried here. I'm definitely not worried. I mean, I'm up 48. It would need 36 to tie with an outplay. That is not happening. I'm positive. And it would need to score an exorbitant amount with a slow play. Because like I said, if it's slow plays, it needs more than that. Because that means I'm going to also get a turn or even turns, depending on what it does. Wow, this could be a record for how low BestBot runs its time. Is it going to take 3 minutes here again? We'll see. And the bot, after taking 2 minutes and 55 seconds, is going to slow play with Sao. It has just over 2 minutes on the clock. I've definitely never seen BestBot that low. That's crazy. All right, so again, I'm not nervous here. I'm sure I'm winning. Let me just be a little careful. It's got AIN, so what's its plan? Vina, perhaps? I mean, like lane? It doesn't really have all that much. I guess I just don't really either. So, do I want to play here? Do I play like Learnt, maybe? Let's see, Learnt. And then, I guess it has Ain over here, so... Yeah, I mean, maybe I just play near, actually. That's probably right. Yeah, I probably just play near. I mean, it could slow play again. I don't know if I can actually go out, but that can't be right. Like, then it's just letting me get rid of... I actually want to do this. If it tries to slow play again, I wonder if it'll go over time. That would be funny. But, like, I can't imagine slow playing again is possibly correct for it. That would be hilarious if it did, though. But yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and play near. Yeah, it just went out. Okay. So, all right. Wow. It was actually kind of close. 390 to 373. Very, very tactical and interesting game. I know this video is already a bit long, mostly because BestBot took such a long time, but I do want to go through it because there were some tricky turns. BestBot plays Fumer. Ooh, I feel like I would have played Fever. I mean, the U isn't great. You have to kind of choose between a U and a V. I think I'd rather keep MU than EV personally, but interesting. Okay. Semitone looks like a no-brainer here. Bot plays Voden. Now wants to go to the V really badly. It sacrifices 12, but yeah, giving back up ends here in a spot that's really hard to block is pretty scary, even with a slight deficit, so this makes sense. Low life for only bingo. Bot plays Plum. Yeah, just had a lot of really close decisions. I mean, This is interesting because, yeah, both of these plays give back a bit. Clubman obviously opens this E. Plum gives back a big S hook that it doesn't have. CEN is also just a better leave and it's down. Plays fewer tiles, slows down the game. I think this is better given the score line. Yeah, I'm not doing this. This play, like I said, accomplishes nothing. This is a much better play. I absolutely stand by this. Yeah, and the bot top for like 2 minutes here. Probably because it just didn't really want to block all this, but its plays in other parts of the board are just really weak. I mean, Bay here is an option, opening another line potentially to the Y, keeping a better leave. I don't hate that. I also don't hate just trying to score and stay within one bingo range. Out hits a no-brainer. Escaped only bingo. Yeah, no, I like playing Axel here and blocking those lines. Terrible rack for the bot. Oof. I mean, this is tempting. I don't know. I don't like OI here, honestly. Like, this board is so bad. I feel like the bot's got to maybe be a little more aggressive. Yeah, I don't know. I don't love this. INOOT with a floating T. I mean, there's a decent chance I don't have anything great here, and if I do play something through the O, I give back another line. You give yourself an I up here. I think I would have gone with Iodation, personally. I don't know. I think this is a little passive. Yeah, again, this leave though, like I put the bot on a stronger leave than it actually had. I was worried it would bingo through the T and leave me nothing. So I kind of like this. Again, I had a good read on the bot. It didn't have a high scoring tile. So that inference was very important there. Against a random rack, I never do that with a ZNC. That would be just stupid. Yeah, Tichy looks fine here. Options are very limited. The bot just continues struggling with vowels, and it plays row. Wow, this looks so bad, but it does have to keep scoring, or else it's going to just get outrun. Uri feels better. Like, I feel like, again, I feel like the bot wasn't proactive enough. I mean, Arrow's a little crazy, but, like, this accomplishes nothing. I would have gone with this, you know. If I'm having consonant trouble, maybe I don't have a good play up there, and you can draw a bingo. It leaves the T open. I would have played this for sure, as opposed to keeping AAIO. Let's see. I missed Treff. Okay, I didn't see that. I was looking in that spot, but honestly, I'm not sure it's right. EGGK is disgusting as a leave. Yeah, I saw Gek, but I really wanted to obstruct that T. Again, I figured the bot possibly had a much stronger rack than it actually did. I think Fike is reasonable. Yeah, it's questionable. I think it's reasonable. Yeah, this play I just hated so much positioning. Like, I think you gotta open. I guess the problem is how. But, like, as we saw after this, it's like, after I block the R, where are you going? I mean, there's not a great play here. But, I mean, this just, like, you can't do that. I get not doing this. I mean, this is just going to give back huge game-ending plays a lot. But, like, I feel like you got to try harder than Akai here. It just feels like a losing play. Yeah, I don't know what I would necessarily do here. Everything does kind of suck. I'll give that to the bot. But this just, again, it feels like it kills all of your best lines. I don't know, man. Yeah, this is a tough turn. Yeah, I'm not doing either of these plays. Absolutely not. Gut is fine. Yeah, now the bot has to do this and take a chance. Yeah, no, I mean, this is just crazy. There's no way I'm leaving this 100-point bingo line open. I think Zags is kind of forced. Yeah, this is an idea, like I said, maybe this is better, but I think setting up O-rings is just not smart. So, yeah, and then here I think the bot is more or less giving up. I don't think you can ever win here. And then QI is forced. Yeah, I guess near is actually perfectly fine. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I feel pretty good about how I played there, guys. You know, I think I sometimes sacrificed to play defensively, sometimes I didn't. I think my instincts were right for most of those turns. Definitely the bot made a couple plays I don't agree with. Akai is a tough one because, like, it just looks so bad for the board, but at the same time, I don't see another good option. So, yeah, the bot didn't actually... I didn't like OI at all. I would have played Iodation, but I don't know. Tough to pinpoint exactly. Challenging game for both sides, as we saw by the amount of time remaining on the clock for both of us, and this being a nearly 40-minute video. So yeah, challenging game for sure. Interesting game. Glad I came out on top. Hope you guys enjoyed and maybe learned something. Let me know what you thought as always. Thanks so much for your support, guys. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you all soon for the next video. Bye-bye.